Alright, morning guys, it's time dead, just the London session. Just let's see what we get today. I took a loss yesterday. Don't think the market's particularly been behaving correctly in terms of correlation and divergences with other things, but we can only do what we can do, right? We've got to stay patient within these market conditions. I don't think it's just me. Previous month's low looked like it was the target eventually. You can see that took that key level yesterday. I thought we were going to get a fade up here and then sell off tomorrow, but if we look, we've had 4 days of bearish price action. We've got a strong bearish day today as well. Previous day was strong bearish day, daily profile. So let's check out the bonds first, as we always do. Okay, yeah, so we have got this 3 candle model that I said about yesterday. The low will probably be our draw. Change the state of delivery. Still got this as a draw. Okay. So we're bearish on the profile for the bonds. So how would I use that? So if the bonds are bearish on the daily and we've got a 6 hours, we've got a range daily profile on the currency futures triad, I would use that in line with the 6 hour to take a trade. I don't know how long this government shutdown in the US is going to continue for. No one knows. I think Donald Trump's he ran the longest one before, so I can only imagine it's going to last a little while. If that is the case, I think I'm going to take a break next week, do something else, and then come back. Week 1, range profile, all assets have closed below. So just expect a continuation. Friday has its own function, close back within the range, especially if we've had a two seconds. What's happening, amigo? How are we? Yeah, yesterday was annoying. We definitely got a move up, didn't we? But we got swept out of the move. Didn't go as much as I thought. I thought we were gonna get up a little bit higher, but then again, 6S did take Asia high. So that was probably the draw of liquidity met there. Yeah, not really a trade for us though here anyway at 12 because of above Asia. After I saw this started this, I was just like, oh mate, I knew we were going to go back down for this liquidity here. Fatan was trying to take a long in here and I just said, no, this is going to go for previous day's low. We're bearish on the profile and the weekly draw of liquidity is the draw of liquidity was previous month's low, right? Previous month's low, and then our next draw of liquidity is down here. So we were trying to fade the move, but I thought we would. If we look at the price action, we just sold off now for 4 days. So I thought we were going to get some, I don't know, you might get an inside bar day or something and then pull up here and then come back down, right? That's not to be the case. I did say though that this was all mitigated, so the other day I was in the stream, I said this is all mitigated, so there's no imbalance to fill. There's no imbalance to fill, or so the only draw of liquidity would be that low, and then you've got this balanced price range here. So what happened was just basically a vacuum, wasn't it? It created a vacuum and it just fucking pulled down to this low. So Friday's function is probably return back into the range. Okay, so we could probably expect the balls to come in today, maybe, possibly. We'll see. Right, we've still got a level that down here, this balanced price range down here. But we have to trade the model, right? The model was we were in several high confluences area for a trade. Setup was at 9 o'clock. We got the 1 hour CRT model. It just is what it is, right? The market conditions aren't exactly favourable with the US government on shutdown still. We've got a bearish daily profile, so we're trying to sell above the open into these lows. And we've wicked above. We've got no cracking correlation to take a long at the moment. If we take Asia low, that means we've taken both sides of liquidity, so I would expect another confluence area to be hit, to be honest, before we can take a trade. Disappointing week really, because there's been moves, like even this one here, this was another scenario trying to long here. I know we're trying to catch a falling knife, but you can always fade the mood. There wasn't any shorts either. This didn't set up a short opportunity in here. And Monday's price action, yeah, well, I back tested. We went through that. There was the original entry you took. Whether you held that and didn't go break even is a different story, isn't it? So it's just been one of those weeks. I think with the US government shutdown, it just it adds uncertainty to the market, and in terms of you're not getting clarity from economical liquidity drivers. So that's why we're seeing this I don't. Yeah, this bit. It's not choppy. It's it just feels like there's no real liquidity in the market. Because if you can imagine, if you're a hedge fund or a bank or something, until that they trade fundamentals, right? These big investors will trade fundamentals. So if there's no fundamentals coming out, you're not gonna find the market moving correctly. Anyway, let's see what happens at 8 o'clock. Anyway, we've got it's 7:15. 7:15. Let's see what happened over here. So we had the weekly cycle above. It looks like it did mitigate EQ of the previous day's range yesterday. Yeah, no worries, mate. So we've got a range daily profile. YM has started to break below the previous day's low, so we're getting this bearish action. We've closed below the weekly EQ as well, so where's the other end of the draw will be previous week's low. If we have a look at this, that becomes our draw of liquidity for sure, but we are looking depegged from the rest of the other assets, and this just shows us that the market is not playing ball. It shows that there's uncertainty in the market because YM's starting to be depegged from the rest of the other assets, and we can see with the price action. So when there's a range daily profile, first thing I want to look for is a 6-hour CRT. See if there's any high time frame CRT models that we can follow. Obviously the FX is probably going to follow, obviously the index is going to follow on from the bond FX market, excuse me. There's no high time frame CRT here. Let's just mark out Asia. It's Friday. Friday has its own Pacific function. It's to close back within the range, especially on a week like this. If you're looking at price action when we've had 4 days of selling off. And I think that's just because the liquidity drivers haven't been there either. They haven't been there to, do you know what I mean, prop up the market in a way where to build buyers and sellers in the market. So it's just been one way, and it's not really worked for divergence at all. You're not getting that. You're not getting the one asset crack or something. It's been a bit difficult for the model, to be honest, and quarterly theory, and they're not high probability conditions at all. And that's not just me saying that either. I spoke to a few people from my group who were also full-time traders. They so we're talking 6 out of 6 traders are all saying the same, that the conditions are not favourable. Asia ranged. London should make the wick. Don't start trading NQ till 8 AM. Let's see, it looks like we're going to take that high. Let's see if we go up and take Asia high, and then maybe we have some kind of has taken Asia high. YM has taken Asia high. Okay, so we've got a 6-hour SMT there. Let's see if we get a 1-hour CRT. We can mark the highs of that level for sure. Hopefully let's see how this behaves. We've still got 35 minutes left of this hour. We need stat confluence for a trade, so we definitely need a clear list to hold with the close. So if it closes how we do now, and then we get a 1-hour CRT, we can take this and we can target Asia low, or at least till previous day's low on YM. Where's the EQ of the previous day's range? Yeah, so that's going to be the level of, it's going to be a level to look at for sure. Wanted to double check this, see if this model was there was anything here to take the last kiss. $11. Bear with me 2 minutes. Yeah, sorry about that. I was just trying to book a paddle court at 7:30 every morning, aren't I? Like a lunatic. So yeah, we're not really interested until previous day's low, right? So we can just set an alert for that level on the FX, and then until we get another liquidity pool built up, and that'll be London low. In terms of taking longs, shorts, we can sell above the open, but we're probably more than likely gonna, well, at least we've wicked above the 6 hour, right? So what becomes our draw is the EQ of the 6 hour. So wick above, close below, or to the 50% of the range at least on one asset. I think we might be hitting that over there. $7 AM being our Judas again. Oh man, that was so disappointing yesterday. I thought we were what was Tuesday's price action? A range, was it? Oh, we didn't close, that's why. Sorry, I'm just trying to go back over some price, see what's happened here, because didn't leave us with much on the table this week, did it? I'm just trying to see what if Tuesday was a range, right? So we need stack confluence to take a trade, but it did pull into this like big fair value gap and then dump. But all assets were above. There was no level there to take that from, I don't think. Or that might have pulled into a standard deviation. But we never got the break above. I think that's what it was. It's just been a bit shit, this price action this week. That's what it is. This is one of those weeks, I think. As soon as Donald Trump turns the as soon as Donald Trump turns the decides to turn the fucking government thing back on, we'll be alright. So we're reacting from EQ. That's why we're getting these. But there's no cracking correlation, higher time frame. So we've not had a. We have got a slightly So we have got a 6-hour bullish model. We're heavily bearish. It's not closed above. One asset has, one asset didn't. So I wouldn't be using that as a I wouldn't be taking the equilibrium here. And even if it did, I would have to let it pull in 1 hour and then get the second stage of the crack. Okay, with the 1 hour CRT. So yeah, possibly we can take a short from here if 6S closes within this Q standard deviation, and we get something like mitigates above this and then runs the low, because Asia low is still untapped liquidity. We've already taken this high, so there's no liquidity there. We are bearish. Do a premium and discount on this leg. Let's see what happens. We've still got 22 minutes until the candle closes anyway. And what's happening here? Oh, it's just... Bro, are you with me? I think next week, if we're going to carry on with this government closure, I'm gonna go and do something else for the week. I think I might do Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the rest of the week I'll probably go and do something else, just to keep my eye in on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'll probably do something else, just because if the market's going to carry on like this, I don't suspect it being any good, and I just don't want to lose money. What is the point? I may as well wait. Yesterday we actually did get the sweep of Asia, sorry, London, which I was hoping for. If you remember saying I need another form of liquidity, because this was broken straight away, right? And then look, ES did take London high, so it did give us that daily cycle. Then all assets run above here. Yeah, it's just not the best price action. I'm gonna have to do a bit more work on the open of New York. So it looks like we've just gone up and mitigated this area. Tell me how these levels don't work. They're amazing. It's crazy. if that is the case, and that has just taken the liquidity from this SMR level, which I think it has, right, we'll probably find that we're going to run into Asia low, previous day's low. If we get a crack here, we can look to take a long, right, if we dare. I thought Thursday is a high probability reversal day, right? So if you back test Thursdays, there's always a reversal. There's like, it's a high probability that Thursday reverses. So I literally thought all the stars were aligning here, and it wasn't to be the case, right? All we done was build up liquidity and then ran it. We got stopped out of our position. What I will say though is something that when I was taking the trade yesterday. Where was it? Was it this? No, gone too far forward. Was that it there? Yeah. So yeah, we did build equal lows, and normally what I want to see when I do this is a clear inversion, and I know we have got this kind of level here that we did invert, but it's not too clear because we've already wicked through here. But if you go on the 30 seconds, it works out. But you know, we should have seen something like this, clear inversion like that, especially when it's built these. I know we did get a sweep on the other assets, but that's just, and at least even if we take, I was hoping that this was going to work out, to be honest. I think my emotions got the better of me in this position, to be honest, because I should have closed here. As soon as we start closing back through this gap, I should have closed here, managed the position a bit better. But I had some hope that this might just bounce back up. But so yeah, mistakes and made there for sure. Equal lows, wait for a clear inversion, because that's not clear on the M1. I know better than that. I think I got a little bit itchy feet with the price action. That's my own fault. The model was there though. I just needed to take into account what was going on around it. Right, we're bearish on the higher time frame, very bearish. We built up these equal lows, and we're trying to take a long. Yes, we had a cracking correlation. Yes, we had the 1 hour CRT, but we built liquidity on the lower time frame with relative equal lows, and CFD didn't crack either, did it? I remember checking that. So I could have managed my position better, or I should have just waited for a clear inversion the other side, and maybe we could have actually, where was it? Yeah. I think all assets run below the 15-minute low there as well. Whether you took that inversion or something, I don't know. Yeah, wait for the inversion or wait for the sweep when you get equal lows. Anyway, lessons. You don't learn from your losses. That's what it's about, right? I think it was a bit too Right, we've got 14 minutes to the London Open. I'm just going to wait. I'll be back on in 5 minutes, okay? I'm just going to go and grab my protein shake. Right, yeah, sorry about that. Just had to finish my food. You can see what I'm kind of doing here. We've had this daily cycle, 6-hour SMT. I'm going to see if the first 15-minute closes in a range, and then maybe we can get a manipulation above the EQ. We've already tapped into the EQ on YM, so that's enough to take a trade. We've built up this liquidity here, so we could target that. Q standard deviation, obviously. We'll see. We'll see what happens. That looks promising, the way that it's just left them equal lows and not swept Asia. If it had swept Asia, it'd be another story. I wouldn't even be bothered looking at this, because it's the same as over here as well, right? We swept Asia low, swept Asia high. Where's the liquidity now? It's going to be above, right? We are looking for sells above the open, but we have to have some key level of confluence, right? So maybe that might be equilibrium of the range, or something, you know. Yes, we don't need a crack in correlation when it's like this, but we need some level of confluence. So yeah, a bit of a waiting game. We've got 10 minutes until the close of this candle. I like this. I want to see this close up, and then maybe we can manipulate into this fair value gap. If you see here, we've got this nice fair value gap. One asset manipulates above. We're getting a microcycle, lovely jubbly. Possibly target some of this down here. Just see this as well. Just you can use standard deviations from the sequential SMT, right, to predict moves. So that's what I'm just doing here. I'm just seeing if that is the case. Yeah, look, to the T. Wow. Look how accurate that is. If you're seeing this. Okay, what we got there, to the pip. That's how accurate the standard deviations with sequential SMT is. So these can give you an idea as targets, right? We've got a similar thing happen here, right? So we can, if we're looking for an entry here, we can. Oh, I've done it the wrong way. We can look. We can see this and can pull targets out like that. So maybe we do get down here at the lows. Conservative target would be Q standard deviation for sure, if we're going to run the low, that is. What's the week saying? Yeah, I reckon this could sell off today. We don't have any other targets, do we? So Asia range, so we're expecting London to make the wick. And that would be the wick up there on one asset. So anyway, we've still got 6 minutes left of this candle. And then we need a manipulation of the high. So unless we get all that, well, there's nothing for us to do. In terms of what's happening on the currency futures. Not a lot. I'm going to mark up previous day's low on 6B. That's going to be an important level. If that gets taken and goes into Q standard deviation, we might be, and we're below the open, and we might be able to take a long, right? If we dare. No, we just trade what we see. Trade what we see. Whatever's there in front of us, we trade it. If the model appears, we know it plays out over time. All right, maybe not in these conditions, but we'll give it another hit. If it comes, we'll hit it for sure. If I'm looking for shorts here and we get a long here, that's even more confluence. We are a little bit depegged with YM, but with the price action today looks fairly similar. When's the next microcycle? So it'll be at 23 minutes past 8, I think. Yeah, because there's the micro at 8, and then there's 23 minutes past. So we'll have to wait for that micro to come in after the 15-minute bars form. So a little bit of a wait until we can do anything. This might just break the low though and continue down and leave us for dust. Come on, what's it gonna do? These are becoming depegged as well. Now you can see that these two are moving up and the pound is moving down. Have we got any news on the pound today? Maybe that there might be some liquidity drivers today on the pound. Key event risk. Yeah, just only US news today, and obviously that is not fucking happening. I don't know how long this is going to carry on for. A few other people are saying this could carry on for a couple of weeks. Fuck. It's not what we need. not a fan when he's everything looks a bit messy. Don't like this pulling down and these two going up. I mean, that does not bode well. Right, how's this going to close? Okay, so we're getting a range daily range XX15. Mark the high. Yes, it's got a nice fair value gap there. If all assets run the high in this scenario, maybe we can look for a clean inversion with a 50% entry kind of thing, EQ entry, but other than that, so this is either going to be the manipulation or we're going to get XX45 model. Success tapped into that liquidity pool again. Taking the low over there. First candle broke. I just don't like that at all. It's not fucking clean. It's not clean at all. And 6B is just drawing to that previous day's low. It's just like, what the fuck is going on? That's a bigger liquidity pool than that zone there though. So that holds more weight. Looks like the AM's going to get there. I'll be back in a few minutes. What's happening, mate? You back? Sorry, man. I was just taking my protein shake down and getting some more food. Yeah, 6E and 6S are depegging, yes, but I mean, we could try and see what happened here at previous day's low. We didn't take the high. If this is the accumulation and we did manipulate lower, maybe this is going to go back up higher. If we take Asia low, the liquidity draw is gone anyway, so nothing for us to do. The first 15 minutes sets up the range for the candle. So if we manipulate lower at the other end of the range, we're going to go higher. There's this fair value gap here, so maybe XX45 might still be in play, right? We might manipulate up here, form another range, and then go back down. Sorry, manipulate up here, yeah, form a range and then go back down. XX45. Let's see how this candle closes. Not really interested in taking a micro now because we've taken the other side of Q1 and then we'd have to break it down again, and it's all just a bit now. So once the other side is gone, I'm not really interested. Let's see. We'll give it 2 more bars. So we'll wait for this one to finish, then the next one, and then we can decide what's going on. Excuse me. Looks like we're going to take previous day's low. Still got 25 minutes left of this bar though, so I want a clean sweep. I don't want a hidden. We're getting a hidden now. Yeah, 35 minutes left of this candle anyway. See what happens. We manipulated the low at the end of the candle as well, so we've only got 4 minutes left, so we can only anticipate higher prices, right? Wick below, close above, especially when it's the manipulation happens at the end of the candle like that. Now we're getting it's a waiting game. Got to wait 15 minutes. Well, 20 minutes or whatever. But equals built here. Let's check the CFDs. See if one's cracked. Did the CFD take the low? It did. CFDs are taking a low. That leaves us with a little bit of a predicament, doesn't it? Oh well, we've still got 30 minutes, 33 minutes left of this candle, so anything can happen. We might just be getting the initial rejection from the low, and then we might get this sweep into this level, which would be nice. And I've considered taking a long again. I'll try and hit that. If we do get the SMT, the draw becomes EQ. Just had other things yesterday, didn't it? I thought Thursday was going to offer us a reversal, and then maybe we could have got that inside bar to take out the rest of this liquidity today, but it just had other plans. The draw of liquidity was too strong. Didn't even reach any targets, did we? I don't think. Bear with me 2 seconds, I've just got to do something. promise. I think I'm gonna have to send you that, bro. I think I'll send you that. If I can send you that quiz questions, hopefully I can share that with you. That's important for you to do that, just to keep it all fresh in your mind. So we've had a sweep on the CFD data. That's why we're getting this reaction like that. For us, it's excuse me, it's left the fucking. Yeah, I will. I'll send it. I'll send it with you. I'll hopefully work out how to do it. I'm pretty sure you can. I'll post it in Discord, mate. Hoping you can. Yeah, so I posted that in Discord. It's like 81 questions. It's my whole trading process, really. So, yeah, I mean, once you know them, mate, you're flying. I still do the quiz like a few times a week, at least, just to refresh my mind, make sure I get up like near my top score of like 20, 22, something like that. And then when I've done it, I don't know how many weeks, did it say 31 weeks in a row I've done it for. Mental, innit? But yeah, that's how you become sharp, right? With your own model. These are going to be the things. There is obviously a few other things, like that's why you keep a journal, right? Always trying to just sharpen the edge. Try and get better. I don't know what's going to happen here now, because the CFD's broken. What's this doing on the 15-minute? So we need that XX45. Just waiting for that. See if we might be able to take another stab at this high. Let one of the assets do that. And then I'm interested in this in terms of, yeah, to take out some of this sell side liquidity. There's a lot of sell side liquidity here to be taken. Let's see how she closes. This is also a little bit problematic for me, to be honest. Sorry, just 2 seconds, I just need a quick drink. What's this 15-minute doing? See this XX45. This candle should be distributing higher, to be honest, but it seems like it's like we've got the manipulation below, so we should distribute higher. X is its own function, right? So X should pull back within the range if that's going to happen. So that's why AMDX. Okay, so accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So we've had the manipulation lower, we should distribute higher. We're forming a range now, though, which is good to see that there's sellers in the market. Yeah, there's sellers in the market, and maybe we get the new microcycle. The new microcycle 23, then it will be coming out 46. Yeah, 846. The new micro. So I mean, this is the high at the moment. Let's see what happens. Still got 5 minutes left, and this looks like it's going to draw to these highs, doesn't it? Promise, how did you get on with them, the WAP videos as well? Did you do them, or did you not? Just wondering how you got on with them. Come on, 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left. Of this candle. I'm looking for shorts. Okay, yeah, fair enough. What did you think of the videos? Were they okay? Probably have to redo them, don't I? To be honest. Well, actually, do you know what? I don't think I am going to redo them. I'm just going to leave the WAP for a minute. I'm just going to pay attention to YouTube. This holds me accountable enough, just doing live streams. That's enough at the moment. If you want anything, you just ask for it and you can get it. There's no worries. Two minutes to go. 1 minute 53 seconds. Maybe we get something here. If we don't, we don't. It's not the end of the world. Happy days, yeah. Well, it was designed for that reason, right? Because I always wanted to mentor people, but I don't think I want to do that anymore. I just want to get on and yeah, I can have live streams and all that. That's fine. I don't mind doing all that. And if you want help, then yeah, I can teach you. But in terms of having a mentorship and teaching loads of people, I don't think that's for me. It's too much hard work, and the accountability is not there for other people, you know. And I don't want to be. Yeah, do you know what I mean? I don't want to be held accountable for people not being able to perform or something like that. Do you know what I mean? If I was gonna do a mentorship, it would have to be like there would have to be barriers to entry. For the mentorship, like do you go to the gym? Do you do this? Do you do that? Do you do that? Otherwise, I'm not gonna bother. It's pointless. Yeah, I know, mate. It's fucking madness. Because you want people to learn, right? You want people to learn, but if they haven't got the same aptitude to learn, or do you know what I mean? If they don't show up, then what's the fucking point? You know, it just makes you look bad. I see some other, like if you're trading for like a proper prop firm, right? If you're going in to try and get a job for a junior desk, they look at all this kind of stuff. You have an assessment first before they take you on. Even if you show your ability to trade or whatever, they still have to assess you. So yeah, I think all these mentors that just go, yeah, fly in, and then what? Everyone that sits in Discord, in these Discords, yeah, of course they do. Yeah, of course they do. So you can imagine all these mentorships where there's like loads of I don't know, say there's 1,000 people, but then there's 5% of the Discord group that are actually profitable and trading all the time. So what are the other lot doing there? They're not doing much, are they? Not doing much. So that's what, if I was going to do something, I'd want to filter that out, but filter the other lot out because they're not getting any benefit from it. I just like they're just taking money from them, like $200 a month or whatever. I think you can personally just give more free content away in the lives, and by teaching through lives, I get sharper anyway, so it's no bother to me. Right, okay, what have we got here then? So new candle XX45. Let's see if one candle one asset sweeps this. We should have the micro starting in a minute. Oh, there we go. It started at 45. If all assets run above this 15-minute high, maybe we can use some kind of inversion. We've got a higher time frame. We're working within that 15-minute fair value gap, and let's just see what we get. We also might form an inside bar on the hourly, and then come 9 a.m. might sweep the high. me. Well, we didn't even get to hit them because we have to close below that low, right? So we don't have any signal on the futures. I mean, CFD's broken. The CFD's definitely giving us a weekly cycle. But yeah, we don't have a hidden because we haven't closed below that full body candle, right? So it's just like, do we look at GU because we'll have a weekly there. Do we? Yeah, it's definitely wick below. Why is it not coming up on the indicator? What's going on here? Why are we running 2 timed edges as well? It's just obviously not picking up, right? But we have swept below the low there, so that is a weekly cycle. I just got to take a phone call, bro. Oh yeah, sorry about that. My sister is driving me mad. Yeah, that's a shame that didn't take the high there. We've manipulated against below the low. I think we're going to stay in this range now. Honestly, so this week's just been the same, and it's just loads of invalidations, loads of bullshit. So once we've manipulated the low, where's the liquidity going to go? It's either going to go to EQ or yeah, but that's not the turtle soup we wanted to, because we still got this fair value gap above here, so we'll probably run into that. And this is looking like a mess. Oh, I thought we were on to something this week. I really did. I was really looking forward to this week. We had a mismatch week last week where it's an in-between week, so this is actually classed as week 1. If we go on a 4-hour, look at the indicator, it will show you. Yeah, this is week 1, the start of this week. So this previous week was like week 5, so it's not the proper start of the month. So it's the first full week of the month. We always count it from. So excuse me. Shame. That is a shame that we've just not done a lot. Excuse me, fuck's sake. I think we're just going to soar on up now, aren't we? Right, mate, I think I'm going to stop the stream there. I will monitor price, but I'll be back. I've got to go and do some stuff, so I'll be back and forth. So I'm going to stop the stream there. It's 2 hours anyway, so unfortunately we haven't grabbed anything. But like I said, next week, bro, if you're listening, if the budget is still not met with Donald Trump, I'm probably gonna I'll be doing something Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday I might be on. Tuesday, Wednesday I might be on. But I might probably just try and book in some work, so I'm not stuck in front of this computer like this when the charts are like this. I don't think it's good price action. So you're better off just leveraging your time doing something else. So I'm going to do that. Alright, bro. Anyway, thanks for showing up, mate. I appreciate that. And I'm sorry the week hasn't been what we planned it to, what I thought it was going to be anyway. So we'll just have to it's one of them, and you have to take the rough with the smooth. It's a bit annoying because I just wanted to get my the fucking last trade of my eval done. But maybe everything has a blessing in disguise, right? So maybe if I did pass it, and then I've got to sit through 1 or 2 weeks of this price action, I'll probably, do you know what I mean? I'll probably take a few losses on it. So, you know, maybe that is working in my favour as well. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, top man, I'll see you later, bro.